And everyone says, well, what's your goal for the spring? Well, when you first come into a program, rather than set specific goals, okay, I think you have to have one general goal, okay? And one general goal for any time you come in as a new coach, rather than sling arrows at the previous staff, what you have to do is you have to break the team down and then build the team back up. And that's what the off season's been, and that's what the spring's going to be all over again. You're going to break them down, and then you're going to build them up.
This spring we just come in, we've been more focused than we have been in the past. Me being a senior with Tanner and Trevor on the O-line, we want to come in and win, and we're trying to set a good example for the younger guys to work hard every day.
I think there's a different attitude here. Nothing against the last regime, but there's a lot more emphasis on discipline. There's a lot more emphasis on doing the right thing. The guys are working really hard. Are we getting the production we want to get? Probably not, but they're working hard, and that's the first step.
I mean, Coach Weiss has a style, the staff has a style, and you can't change your style. You got to be who you are, but you still have to get your point across and coach the guys. And really, what you're trying to do is raise their level of expectation for themselves. And when being hard on them is pointing out that they have the ability to grow and the ability to do better. And that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to get them to believe in their ability to grow and get better and continue to improve. And that's the coaching style that's led by Coach Weiss, and the rest of the staff follows suit, and the guys will soon too.
Well, no, obviously Coach Weiss has set the tone. Hard coaching is what we call it, and we told the guys the minute that we don't talk to you anymore, the minute we don't ride you, the minute we don't get on your butt for something is the minute that we don't care about you. And so you want the coaches to ride you. You want the coaches to push you. A lot of these guys were winning. Some of these guys that are fifth-year seniors were around when they were winning a lot of football games, and they weren't winning football games, so they want to win too. So, if they can't handle a little bit of pressure by the coaches here, what are they going to do when they're playing Oklahoma in Oklahoma? What are they going to do in a situation, hopefully here at Texas, when we got to make a play to win a game in front of a home crowd? So, you put a little pressure right now, you put a little bit of heat on them now, and you see how they react. Some guys react better to hard coaching, some guys don't. But the reality of the situation is we're not going to change. Either they're going to adapt and get better at it, or they're not going to play. So, they're going to have to find a way to, be able to take the criticism. It's not personal. It's not personal at all. We want them to be better, and we care about them, and we want to make sure that they can play the best they possibly can. So, the theme is hard coaching, and it's going to be hard, especially this spring and throughout the summer.
No, I mean, truthfully, I feel very comfortable with kind of how everything's going. Being back with Coach Weiss and everything like that. I mean, once you get used to it, you're used to it forever, I guess. And I'm happy. I like the way that he coaches. I like the way that he deals with players. And at the end of the day, regardless of how hard any of the coaches are, on any of the players, they're doing it because they want to get the most out of them and because they care.
I think he's definitely being tough enough, but we all want to work hard, so that really it makes it fun. It's not like it's punishment, We got to take coaching whatever way it is. And it's just good for everybody, to take some coaching in a different way and make it positive.
It went real smooth. It was real structured. Every workout they had a plan, and we kind of obviously just followed that plan, and they held us really accountable. If guys were missing, guys were late, they had to come in, obviously, and kind of make up the lift or kind of a little punishment run or whatnot. But
one thing you need to do is you need to have the team playing with confidence by the time you play with game. Now's not the time I'm worrying about their confidence. I'm worrying about them doing things the right way. I'm worrying about practice the way we want them to practice. I'm worrying about being fundamentally sound. There's so many things that are football, cliches that come into play.
For the most part, it was just really structured, ran real smooth. Lifting-wise, we focused on obviously the same areas and everything, but running was pretty tough, but it was just really structured and ran real smooth. So,
surprisingly, it's not a lot more different than you would think. We're still running the individuals, we're still running the team periods and all that like you do at every college. But, on difficulty scale, I think all the coaches have been running this just as hard as we've been running the past. It's just, I feel like we're working a little smarter, to say.
You remember now, I have a quarterback who knows the system very, very well. It's an unusual situation when you're coming in new to have a quarterback that knows it that well. So we're going to put in as much as the offensive players can handle. So it's a little different than what the defense is doing. On the offense, I mean, we're going to put in a whole bunch of stuff, okay, but it's going to go in by how we mentally handle things as the spring goes on. I have an installation schedule right till April 28th. Okay, everything that's going in every day. Okay, every practice has already been, every schedule is already done. It's not like, what are we going to do later? But what we do is leave huge holes throughout the spring for how much can we handle. And the more we can handle, the more we do.
You know, Dane Christ is about as cool of a character as I've seen in a long time. I've been with a lot of great quarterbacks, and I'm not going to compare him with some of those guys, but he has some of the same tendencies and traits. He's cool, he's calm in the pocket, he's got quiet feet, and he's a leader, and he delivers the ball, and the guys like to block for him. And I told him, I said, hey guys, you keep that guy healthy, we're going to win a lot of football games. And I think they've taken some pride in that, and you have to make sure, like we say, hey, can our quarterback play a game of golf on Sunday? Can he go out and play 18? Can he go walk 18? If he can do that, we did our jobs.
We go out there and we're able to pick up blitzes and stuff without even coaches telling us, so it's helping out a lot. And then with Dane calling the defensive fronts and helping us out with that, it's just making everything just foolproof and everyone on the same page, which is really nice.
We're leaning on Dane. He has leadership qualities. He's a great leader. I think he gels well with the guys. I think they can see it in him, and he is driven to succeed. And the more we can do to facilitate that is the whole operation for us. And but it's not just about Dane Christ. I mean, it's about him being a leader and helping the rest of the guys along to get to where we all want to go. And teams have leaders, teams have the guys that follow, and we have a good makeup here.
I think the offense is being very receptive to what they're being asked to do. They're working real hard away from here, in terms of studying their playbooks and making sure that they're prepared coming into practice every day. And like I said, they're competing, which is the most important thing. And you got that. You can make the schematic adjustments, but the best part is that they're there, they're coming to work every day, and that they're competing as hard as they can.
I feel like we're all coming together really well. I mean, on the left side you have Tanner and Dwayne, and we've all been working together for 3 years now, so we're working really well together. And then Gavin is on the right side right next to me, and then you got Riley, so we're all working really well. I mean, Gavin's really smart, and then Riley's filling right in because he played a couple games last year. So I feel like we're pretty experienced and we're doing pretty well.
About the last month or so, when we kind of started getting together, talking with the coaches and everything, they told me that I was going to be moving back over to the left side. So that's when I found that out. I was excited. I've been over there for the first 2 years, and I was obviously at the right last year. But it's been an easy transition. Everything's been going great, and so footwork's coming back pretty quickly and everything, and so it's been going good so far.
Me, Tanner, and Trevor have been playing together for a while now, and me playing by Tanner for 3 years now, it helps just knowing what he does, and we don't have to talk as much as somebody that haven't played by each other before.
Seeing the success with the basketball team and everything right now, I feel like we're ready to get out there and play a game, but we still have a lot of learning to do. We need to put in the whole playbook, which I know is very extensive, and it's only day 2, so I know that the playbook's extensive, and we got a lot to do to get to where we're ready to play that first game. But I can feel it down the locker room. People are ready to go.
Well, those 3 seniors they're as good as it gets. All 3 of them are very good football players. They're good people. They're smart. The one thing that I was really impressed with when I got here, and so was the staff who were at Florida last year, is how smart these guys are. They can make adjustments and do things, and some of the questions they ask are really advanced. So we're really happy about that.
Okay, but it's going to go in by how we mentally handle things as the spring goes on. I have an installation schedule right till April 28th. Okay, everything that's going in every day. Okay, every practice has already been, every schedule is already done. It's not like, what are we going to do later? But what we do is leave huge holes throughout the spring for how much can we handle. And the more we can handle, the more we do. One thing that helps is when you have a quarterback that knows the system, he can help push things along. But let's say, for example, okay, the offensive line can't handle, more than 6 protections. Well, then you only use 6 protections. Why put in a 7th protection if we can't handle more than 6? Okay, so we'll see as the spring goes on how that goes, but I think that having Dane here gives us a big jump start on offense versus defense.